There are two main religions in Japan, Shintoism and Buddhism. Shintoism is probably as old as Japan itself, and Buddhism came in about the 6th century. Christianity was really allowed back in Japan in 1886. And if you ask most Japanese, they will say they're Buddhist. Shintoism and Buddhism have a lot in common. In fact, some of the festivals and everything of Buddhism are based on Shintoism. They kind of coexist. One of the things that they really have in common is ancestor worshipry. Most Japanese do participate in that. In fact, in certain surveys, they've said what part does religion play in your life, and helping them through difficult times was number one, but ancestor worshipry was number two. So it is a very, very big deal in Japan. And you can see this through two of the main festivals during the year. And in fact, when you go to a gravesite, or even in someone's home, where they have certain tributes to their ancestor, they might have a table made up as a shrine. The graves are very well kept. You often find mementos left at them during the year, and this is for both Shintoism and Buddhism. One of the biggest things that happen during the year happens in late July, early August, and this is the Obon Festival, called the Festival of the Dead. And it sounds kind of morbid, but it's actually a festival of great rejoicing. It's where the supposedly ancestors return home for a period of 3 days, and the people that have died need guidance to find their way the afterlife, I suppose. And so they have the Festival of the Dead, and what they do here is they make out little shrines, usually putting vegetables and fruit and rice left out for the spirit to eat. And then the festival happens, and during the festival, red lanterns are hung everywhere. And these lanterns were used originally to guide dead spirits home from the spirit world, and then to guide them back when they go back home. The things have become very, very festive. Lanterns are lit and let go on the water with the ancestor's name on them. Dancing is done, and there's a certain rhythmic drumming. Since it is in the summer, light costumes are used usually. The light kimonos are used. And both the young and old participate in it. It's become a little bit more of a festival-like, and they also have not necessarily games, but certain skills. But what's most beautiful about it is the lighting of the lanterns that are left over. They used to do barges in the river, but gave that up due to pollution habits, so now it's just mostly paper lanterns with the name of the dead on it. And then the lights, of course, and the lanterns are hit everywhere, and the dancing. Another big thing in Japan are the funerals. Funerals are definitely very different. They're held Buddhist style. The body is cremated. The guests come over, and this is really what is kind of really interesting is that the bodies are put in a casket with dry ice on it, usually dressed in white, and a lot of incense is burned, and the Japanese come. But what was really kind of strange that we don't think it, after the cremation, the family goes and they pick the bones out of the cremated ashes, and they put in a special urn. This alone can show exactly, I think, how important the dead are, and it's more of a personal, hands-on type thing. It's very interesting and very personal and very close to the Japanese.